Hello and welcome to Experience Share. It's a Pokemon podcast wherein I, Tanner,
Dratini,
aka Tanner Greenring, and I am joined as always by my co-host, Cedra. Play through each Pokemon game, gym by gym, week by week. We are done with Johto.
Yeah, we're through.
We've beaten all 8 gyms in Johto. Our journey is over.
That's all right.
Except there is all of Kanto as well, because that's what they do in Gen 2. Weird that they've never done that again. Just like include the full last game.
Yeah, especially now when they have so much more space that they could like really do it up.
It'd be cool just in Sword and Shield, they just like give us a full other region.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, the DLC this time is fucking Johto. Go nuts. We ended our journey last week in Mahogany Town.
That's right.
And you try to leave Mahogany Town to the east where that guy with the rage bars stops you and says, go buy a rage bar before you can leave.
Yeah.
And this dickhead stops you again. And he's like, hey, it wasn't even about the rage bars. I'm going to admit now.
Yeah. You just can't leave.
He's just, you were trapped here forever. He says, go do some sightseeing. And what he means is go take on all of Team Rocket.
It's kind of his fault for the destruction of Team Rocket again. Because I wouldn't have done it. I would have just moved on.
Yeah, I don't give a shit what Team Rocket's up to.
I like their branding. I like their little outfits, which we got to wear this week. That was fun.
Oh, yeah, that was fun. Yeah. Like, think about it. What are their motivations? Their motivations are to catch Pokemon.
Yeah.
We know that from Jesse and James. Their motivations are to forcefully evolve Pokemon, which is what the radio tower scheme was.
Right.
And it's like, guess who else is guilty of catching and forcibly evolving Pokemon?
Basically everyone.
Me.
Yeah.
I do it all the time. I just made my fucking Executor eat a leaf stone.
Ugh.
And turn into an Executor.
How do they eat them? I think you touch them with it.
What? That doesn't make any sense. They're eating them.
You think they're eating the stones.
Yeah.
I guess didn't dinosaurs eat stones?
Eat rocks? That sounds right.
Didn't they?
You know who eats rocks? Chickens.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And it helps them mush up the food in their stomachs because they don't have like gizzards or whatever, or they do have gizzards. I don't know.
Well, and they're basically
not a chicken expert.
They're a descendant of
and they're dinosaurs.
So.
Right. So yeah, dinosaurs ate rocks.
It all makes sense.
And don't come after me if you're a dinosaur scientist or a chicken scientist or a rock scientist. I'm not interested in hearing from any of you.
No.
Yeah, we can just get right into it, Josh, or we can catch up a little. You're moving next week. We might have to do something a little odd with the release.
The timing for the Elite Four episode couldn't have been worse. I'm moving next week, and Bobby has conveniently fled to Texas. So I'm doing all the packing right now.
Interesting.
And he conveniently took the good microphone, so my audio is probably not going to be great.
Does he have like a representative coming to pack his portion of the materials?
No.
Oh, okay.
He's going to be cramming it all in from Tuesday to Thursday next week.
When I was in college, my roommates and I, who were all my friends from high school, lived in a house for many years and really just let it go to seed. It was disgusting.
Oh, like Animal House situation.
Yeah. And then when we finally all graduated and moved out, we rented a dumpster, one of those giant dumpsters that you like just park in your driveway.
Oh, like when they're tearing down a house?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And spent a week cleaning out the house, and our fucking roommate, Stuart, fucking jetted that entire week. He was not there.
That's like a Stuart move.
And he finally showed up on the last day, and we're like, oh, hey, man, like, I don't know, can you clean out the fridge? And he felt so guilty that he flipped out at all of us and he was like, I'm fucking sorry I couldn't be here. I had to be somewhere else. And I don't think our friendship with him ever recovered after that, because we all graduated and moved away.
Yeah, I've never heard about the Stewart character.
Yeah.
I noticed he didn't make the Tanner's Beloved list for childhood friends, so...
Yeah, he...
you had to cut him loose.
He was a high school friend, and I went to college with him, but he, I don't know, I guess we got along fairly well. I don't know.
Sounds sort of like a dick.
Stuart, if you're out there, let's reconnect, I guess. So anyway, this guy doesn't give us any fucking clues. He just says, fuck off. You're not allowed to go to Blackthorn City. You have to go do something else first. No clues. No indication
Somebody
what that
calls,
is.
I think Elm calls you at one point too, like right after.
This is the fucking thing about this game though, Josh. You get so many goddamn calls and they're 99.9% of the time completely useless.
Yeah.
Literally someone called me last week and they're like, oops, wrong number. And it's like, hey, Pokemon company.
Taylor keeps harassing you, or Tiffany.
Hey, Game Freak, you decided to do that. You decided to include that in your game. It's not immersive. It's just annoying.
And now that we have infinite storage, of all these numbers. Like, you used to have to clear them out, and now it's just like, I don't know who anyone is, I don't know who's good, and they're just calling me at all hours of the day and night.
Some guy even challenged me. He's like, I'm ready to take you on again. It's like, buddy, I have absolutely no idea who you are.
Yeah.
Or where you are.
I did finally get that nugget, though, from Beverly.
Did you?
In National Park, because I was over there.
My mom called me this week, and she was like, hey, I bought something with your money and sent it to the guy. You're not picking those up. She's like, do you want to go pick up that stuff?
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh, yeah. I guess it has been a while since I've gone and picked that stuff up. I had like 15 things waiting for me.
That happened to me, too.
Yeah.
Because I started having her take my money only recently, but there was already like 10 things.
Yeah.
And they are all good berries.
Yeah, good berries. She sent me a choice scarf this week, which is like, that's primo.
That's really good.
Choice scarf is good. So, yeah, maybe you get a call saying go take on Team Rocket in Goldenrod.
Well, it's ambiguous. It's like, something's going on with the radio tower. And it's like, okay. I had to just remember from playing this game before. I was like, oh, right, this is Goldenrod now.
I did the exact opposite thing. What I did was you get the silver wing / rainbow wing when you beat someone.
No, that's after the radio tower. Because the direct, or like...
Oh, you're right. I don't remember how exactly I got back to the radio tower, but I do know that when I got that fucking silver wing after beating the rainbow tower, I like went down to the Whirl Islands and like...
You did that?
Tried to figure it out. Yeah, because at that point you have a
I don't know
whirlpool,
if you
too.
can yet. Can you?
No, you can't do anything meaningful.
Because I got the rainbow wing, the like lore, the director, after you liberate the radio tower, he's like, oh yeah, when we built this, like we tore down some ancient structure and then there was like this rainbow wing there.
This pissed off bird.
That's fucked up. But he also was like, oh, I think there's something else you have to do, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, exactly. So, no, I didn't do it, but there was a lot of backtracking, a lot of confusion this week.
I mean, the flow is awful.
Yeah.
You're bebopping and scotting all over the map.
I know. I forgot how much they make you backtrack in this dang game, but they do make you backtrack a lot. You kind of cross over the island several times.
Oh, yeah.
So I think what I ended up doing was just happened to walk through Goldenrod at one point and realize that it was lousy with Team Rocket grunts.
Swarming, yeah.
So I was like, oh, right. Team Rocket took over the radio tower.
Right.
So that's the mission. You go to the radio tower. Team Rocket, surely enough, has completely infiltrated and taken over.
Oh.
They're interested in stopping you from progressing to the 5th floor to save the director, who is sending out cryptic broadcasts intended to drive Pokemon absolutely wild and force them to evolve into shiny Pokemon. Honestly, sounds pretty good.
Based on what I hear about all these shiny hunters, isn't that what Pokemon fans want?
Yeah.
They just want shiny Pokemon?
Yeah, they're just giving the people what they want.
Yeah.
There's 2 types of people in the radio tower. There's radio tower employees who are cowering, and then there's Team Rocket grunts.
Yeah.
Oh, and I think there's robbers, if I remember correctly.
I don't think there's robbers.
I think there was.
There's scientists. I forgot about that. Was kind of a clever like connection, is that at least one of the scientists is like, yeah, I used to work for Sylph, but I really liked what Team Rocket was peddling, and I'm in now.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
a criminal.
Yeah. That's cool. You know what? When opportunity comes along, you can't just like turn your back on it, you know?
It's a bad boy for life.
Oh, there is robbers. It was in the warehouse.
Oh, right. Yeah, in the warehouse.
There's burglars, and they've got like bags that are so loaded up with Pokeballs that they're all spilling out. It's cool.
And then several executives.
Yeah, lots of executives, and of course, well, we'll get to them. But before we can do anything, we're immediately turned away from the gate at the radio tower because we are clearly not of Team Rocket. We're just little boys.
Yeah.
So,
but namely, we don't have a little outfit.
Don't have a little outfit, no. So we need to go find one. I don't remember who told us to go to the underground to find one.
I don't either.
I don't remember how I got to the underground to find one, but somehow I made my way to the underground, and there was a kindly woman there. Was it a kimono girl?
No, there is.
This leg, there's a ton of kimono girls.
There's a kimono girl in the underground, but she's just like, I think she's doing some other shit.
Yeah, you run into 2
I think
kimono
it's like
girls.
an ex-grunt or like a recruiter
okay.
who thinks that you just want to sign up.
It's over where like you take the pictures, where I took that great picture of Ditto.
Oh, the photo studio had
A
costumes.
Team Rocket costume. Right, that makes sense.
This grunt is like, oh yeah, they recruited me, but they ran out of uniforms, so I've just been wearing this like cosplay.
Yeah, you change into the Team Rocket outfit. It looks good.
Yeah, I wish I could have kept it.
Yeah, it cuts a nice silhouette.
Yeah.
And then you go back to the radio tower, and they're ready for you. You're in. And then, of course, you battle a ton of Team Rocket guys. They all got the same fucking Pokemon, as always. It's a ton of Zubats, Golbats, Grimers, Mucks, Weezings, Coughings, Raticates.
Your rival is running around here because he's like...
I just don't get what his shit is.
hell-bent on, like, beating Lance.
Now his
Lance
thing is,
beat
like,
him
he's
last time.
obsessed with Lance. Like, that's his whole thing. And it's like, well, I'm not fucking Lance. Get out of my ass. Like,
Right.
Go find Lance. He's in the Elite Four.
He's not here. Why would he be here?
I'm on the Bulbapedia page for this leg, and they have the rival battle here. For some reason, if you choose Cyndaquil, you get like 130 less Poke credits for beating him. You get 2176 if you started with Chikorita or Totodile, and you only get 2048 with Cyndaquil.
Interesting.
Why do you think that is? Do you think Cyndaquil is easy?
That is really interesting.
It's easy mode?
I guess maybe it is.
I think it's because he's got Magnemite and Sneasel, who would both be weak against Cyndaquil, right?
Oh, yeah.
So it's an easier battle for if you're a Cyndaquil starter.
Oh, that's interesting. I never knew they did that.
I bet that's it, right?
I can't think of any other reason immediately. No.
Yeah.
Although, and their Magnemite is a lower level.
Wait, is it?
Yeah, the Magnemite I fought's level 30, and with
Weird.
Cyndaquil, it's level 28.
I just don't get what they're
Wait,
thinking.
they're all 2 levels
They're
lower.
all 2 levels lower.
No, Haunter's the same level.
No, Haunter's 2 levels lower. At least my Haunter.
Wait, are yours?
Wait, your Haunter was only 30!
Mine are all the same except Haunter's level 30, and yours is 32. What?
Mine are all 2 levels higher.
So they adjust this based on the starter?
I wish we could get someone on the horn here to walk us through this decision.
That would be someone I'd actually like to talk to on the phone.
Because first I thought, oh, well, Cyndaquil can get through this battle no problem. He's, like, super effective against 2 of these Pokemon, and, like, but they're not as strong. Whatever. You know what? Fuck Cyndaquil starters.
Yeah, it sucks anyway.
And if you were one of our guests and you're a Cyndaquil starter, fuck you.
Take that trash and put it in one of those robbers' bags and get out of here.
The other notable kind of sights and sounds in the Goldenrod radio tower is these sexy Team Rocket executives.
Yeah.
Proton and Ariana.
Petrel.
No, Proton.
Yeah, but there's Proton and Petrel and
No,
Ariana
I'm
and
not
Archer.
talking about Petrol yet. I'm talking about Proton and Ariana.
But Petrel's the first one.
What?
You make it up to the 5th floor, and then you see the director, but then it turns out it's Petrel.
Oh, yeah, it's
in
Petrel.
cosplay.
Just a wormy little worm man.
And all fucking, like, 4 coughings, 5 coughings,
5
and
coughings
a wheezing,
and a wheezing.
with the exact same moves.
Well, we did destroy his entire team last time we met him. So he needed to recover quickly, and all he could think to do was go and catch, like, 6 coughings. And he only had a chance to evolve one of them into a wheezing.
Yeah, I guess so.
So I have something to admit.
Okay.
This was a cakewalk for me, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, I just threw Alakazam out there, and it was a joke.
No problem taking care of all of Petrel's coughings and wheezings. Except for one.
Okay.
One of them gave me trouble. And it was a coughing, even. Rotom was just tearing through them. He was using Spark and Charge on all of them. Just no issues. Until one of them
Oh my god.
self-destructed.
Oh, you got hit.
I got hit.
I was so worried about this happening.
I have introduced my first zombie mon. Because there was no way I was fucking losing this Rotom before I get to do the cool shit he does once he has access
Thing's
to
gotta survive all the way
Kanto.
to Saffron, right?
Yeah. So I went back to the Pokemon Center. I sacrificed, I think, lowercase g Unknown
Oh yeah.
to
That's
resurrect
satisfying.
Rotom as a zombie mon.
So you've invoked the zombie clause.
Yep.
Zombie mon clause.
Here's the thing, though. You and I had a little bit of a debate about this last night because the rules state that you need to sacrifice a Pokemon to heal your zombie Pokemon.
Right.
But I didn't know what exactly that meant, and it seems unviable for when you're in the field, you know? Like, if I'm making my way through Team Rocket headquarters and need to heal my Rotom, I'm not going to leave, go back to a Pokemon Center, release a Pokemon, and heal him.
That's fair.
So what I was doing was Potions and items, healing items, were on limits. I could use those. But if I ever healed him at the Pokemon Center, I would need to sacrifice another Pokemon.
Okay.
So
that seems reasonable.
I think I ended up sacrificing 4 or 5 Pokemon.
You could just like box this thing until you get to Saffron.
No, I need to keep leveling it. It's got to have good levels.
That's true.
They were all trash.
I'm a little worried about how it's going to do in the Elite Four, but...
And here's the other clarification question for you is, when Rotom died, I donated to A Million Lights, the organization that provides lighting to, I think, the Philippines? No, I can't remember.
Right. I don't remember.
I donated $10 to them. I don't have to donate $10 for every Pokemon I sacrifice, do I? Because I didn't, and I wasn't.
I don't think so.
And I'm not going to.
Let's not get crazy. Plus, most of them are like golf charities.
Yeah.
They're fine.
Yeah. They don't need any more money. They can just hold another, like, $1,000 plate charity dinner, you know?
Yeah. For insurrectionists.
So, yeah, Rotom, rest in peace, but you are resurrected. You are a mindless killing machine. You were already a ghost, so it's a little confusing. Oh, wait. Can I not resurrect ghosts, right?
We said that you can't resurrect ghosts.
Well, he's also electric, so...
He inhabits the spirit of, like, appliances, and you can get them fixed.
He's an electricity. I resurrected the electricity half of him.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Made a few exceptions.
Whatever,
I
who
don't
gives a
think
shit?
we pushed it to the
It's our
Mayor Cheat
podcast.
territory yet.
It's our podcast. We can do whatever the hell we want.
Yeah, we got deadlines to hit, man.
Yeah. So welcome back to the team, Rotom. Goodbye, Apopo, and Raticate, and I think maybe a Taurus, and lowercase g Unknown. There might be a couple others in there.
It's a motley crew.
Freed up a lot of space in my box, you know?
Seems like it's not really sustainable. If you already went through like 4 or 5.
Yeah, well, I mean, the other
we
option
don't have
is like...
that many Mon.
The other option is I could box him before I heal and just use, like, healing items, but, like, I don't have that much money. My mom is still taking, you know, a good portion of my money from every battle. So it's like, I'm not liquid, you know? I can't completely stock up on hyper heals or whatever.
We don't have that amulet coin yet either.
I got the amulet coin. Did you not get the amulet coin?
You did?
Yeah, it's in the warehouse.
Shit. Well, I guess I'm going to have to go back there.
I think it was in the basement.
Well, I did get the experience share.
Did you?
Yeah. That's what that red scale is for.
Okay.
You trade it to our old friend, Mr. Pokemon.
I'm not going all the way back there. Hell no.
And he gives you experience share at Pokemon Podcast.
Here's the thing. I have something to say about a Pokemon I encountered in Radio Tower, and it's a little unexpected.
Okay.
Unexpected for 2 reasons. The first reason is it's Tanny Sweetie.
Okay, and that's not a segment.
It is a segment.
And it doesn't have a shirt that you can buy on our merch store.
It's my segment where I talk about a Pokemon that I thought was particularly sweet.
Okay.
And that Pokemon that surprised me, and this is the second surprising thing about it, is it was Murkrow.
Really?
One of these people, I don't remember who exactly, one of the execs, Archer, or it was Ariana. Ariana has a Murkrow,
oh,
and
that's
the
why you were trying to talk about her.
Yeah, the sprite is pretty cute.
Oh, it flaps around. Yeah.
It's like a little flappy bird.
Flappy bird, R.I.P.
I kind of like it.
Oh, look at the shiny. Speaking of shinies, it's like hot pink.
I kind of like it. So I wanted to have a Sweetie.
I don't mind it. I guess I don't mind it.
Let me have a Sweetie one time, Josh.
There's Sweeties in Pokemon Snap, too. The new one.
Oh, yeah. I imagine there's tons of Sweeties. That game does Pokemon a lot of favors.
Yeah.
I remember that Tangrowth we saw. I was pretty impressed.
I did get it to flap its arms and fly a little
bit,
by the way.
Yeah. Other thing that's going on here is you wander around Radio Tower, you eventually go up. It's Petro, he's impersonating the director. He says that the director is being held underground, and then he says, I don't mind telling you this because you'll never make it down there. And then you encounter literally zero resistance.
Yeah.
Oh, he even gives you the basement key. He's like, here, good luck. You're never going to make it down there.
Fucking amateur.
And then there's nothing in the way. There's no trainers.
Weren't there a couple?
There's nothing in the underground. Once you get inside,
underground, there's nothing. There's warehouse people.
Once you get inside, there's people, but still, they were easy, and there wasn't that many of them. But also, like, I made it all the way to the gate, you know, without encountering anyone. So I don't know what he's talking about. And then I cleaned house. I went in there and I mopped the floor.
It was easy.
It was super easy.
Isn't this where you fight your rival?
This is where you fight your rival.
Actually.
Yeah. How did he fucking get in? Oh, that's what he says. He's like, I followed you in.
His timing was good because he caught me after. He comes up after you've already fought a couple of people.
Yeah.
And I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah.
I was in not great shape, but I have a counter for all of his Pokemon, so I figured it out.
Yeah, I do too, I think. I'm in good shape with him. I don't think he really poses much of a threat to me anymore. You get through all of this. You find the director. You rescue him. He gives you the lift key for the radio tower so you can get back up to the top floor, the like balcony.
The secret elevator shaft that goes to the observatory.
But before you do that, he sees you out through an alternate exit that puts you in the basement of the radio tower. Well, that's down here.
No, it's the basement of the department store. That was what threw me off also.
Yeah. So you show up down here, and it's just one man hanging out with 3 Machokes, just bossing them around, and he's my trainer danger of the week. Because what are you doing down here if
not getting off?
There's like a number of things that could be happening, and all of them are unsavory. First of all, it could be slave labor because these are men. You're just like bossing around men, and I don't think you're paying them.
No.
And that's slavery.
That's fucked up.
It could be like some kind of power trip, like 50 Shades of Grey kind of stuff, where he's like, welcome to my dark basement where I keep my boys.
That's kind of where my head was at. Because there are those big, muscly Machokes, too.
Yeah. And they'll push boxes around for you so you can go gather items. That's some Saw shit, right? Like, you go into this dark basement, there's a man here commanding Machokes, and he's like, Machop, move that box for this man. And he does, and you go in, and there's like a fucking whatever.
You don't want to know what those boxes are full of.
And then all of a sudden the box like falls into place behind you, and you're part of this guy's sick, twisted game, right?
Jesus.
That's what's going on.
Yeah, you're right.
I barely made it out of there.
I had to break one of the boxes, and then,
You know what it was full of? Adult diapers.
Yeah.
And not adult diapers that like adults would use if they're incontinent, like baby diapers that are adult-sized. That are specifically made for a fetish community.
This guy does a lot of fur affinity shoots down here.
Golly. Fucking creepy dungeon. Anyway, you take the elevator up, you're in the department store right across the street from Radio Tower. You see your way back, you go up to the observatory, you climb to the top, and there is Archer, the new head of Team Rocket in Giovanni's absence.
Yeah, and as opposed to Giovanni, who has like a black pinstripe suit, Archer's just got a white suit.
Yeah, he looks cool.
It's slick.
Yeah, I think all 3 of these
Blue
execs
hair.
look pretty good.
Yeah, Ariana's got like it almost looks like a modern day like suit of armor.
Yeah. Archer was no issue for me. My starter is for Alligator, or Totodile, who is now for Alligator. 2 of Archer's Pokemon are Houndoom and Houndour.
Yeah.
So it's like, that was quick work. And then he's just got a Coughing.
Coughing for good measure. Because they all have to.
Coughing does not have self-destruct, thank God.
God, no, it's awful. I'm seeing the moves now on Bulbapedia. Sludge, Smokescreen, Tackle, and Haze.
What's even Haze? An ice move?
Yeah, Haze clears any, like, stat changes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and then once you beat him, he's just like, okay, well, no more Team Rocket. Goodbye. And then Team Rocket excuses themselves from all of Johto.
Yeah. Archer's like, oh, okay, well, I got defeated, so I will also disband, like Giovanni did. Even though his entire life goal was to make enough attention to get Giovanni to come out of, like, hiding or whatever the past 3 years.
Yeah.
Give up this easy?
Yeah, he's got some daddy issues.
Yeah.
Once he's gone, the director comes back, gives you the silver wing or the rainbow ring, tells you need to get something else first. Absolutely no idea what that is.
Yeah, I don't remember.
You can wander around. Everyone's very grateful to you. DJ Mary will give you a bright powder, which I think is useful for me. Is bright powder the one that's good for bugs? No, that's silver powder.
No, it increases the evasiveness of the Pokemon holding it.
Oh, okay.
It's still pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad. And then that's it. That's the biggest chunk of the journey this week. And you finally defeated Team Rocket, and they are exiled from Johto.
Yeah.
What is next? Tell me what's next.
Route 44.
After this break. Hello, Josh. Sorry I interrupted you before our break. You said you were headed to Route 44 next.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Now that we can finally make it past that rage candy.
Blow
bar
by this
shill.
fucking piss ant. Waiting. What is? Have you ever? I feel like pissant's something we said a lot as kids.
I didn't say
mean?
it. I thought it sounded too naughty.
An insignificant or contemptible person or thing.
That makes sense.
Pissant.
I don't like piss or ants, so why would I like a pissant?
It's actually, I don't think it has anything to do with piss or ants, to be totally honest with you.
It's not like you're pissing on an ant.
Oh, no.
This ant is so beneath me that I will also piss on it.
Never mind. A pissant, also seen as pissant or pissant, refers to a specific type of ant.
Oh my god.
The word is also used as a pejorative noun or adjective indicating insignificance. It comes from the 14th century term for ant, pissmire.
Pissmire?
I think ant's better.
Like a German
yeah.
ant?
They did a good rebranding thing there for themselves. But anyway, fuck this guy with his Rage Candy bars. He's all of a sudden like not in your business anymore. He doesn't give a shit what you do. So blow right by him. You're on Route 44. Beautiful little route here. It's got a track and some docks going around in a big loop. And in the center is a little lake. And in the center of the lake is a little island.
Yep.
And in the island is a little patch of grass. And Joshua, as I was traversing that patch of grass, I caught a tangela.
Oh, your namesake.
Yep, and I named it Carter after former President Jimmy Carter's foundation to eradicate guinea worms from the world.
What? How'd you find that one?
Worm charity.
Worm charity.
Yeah.
Wow.
I Googled worm charity.
Jimmy Carter, what can't he do?
I did at one point go to an exhibition at the American Museum of Natural History and see a photo series about Jimmy Carter's effort to eradicate the guinea worm from the world.
Wow.
So I had some kind of cultural awareness around this.
Okay.
Tangela has not made it to the team yet.
Yeah, I think you're definitely going to be considering that, I imagine. You can get tan growth.
After that tan growth last season, yeah, I'd consider it.
I caught nothing. I avoided all of the routes or used repels, and the reason for that is that, at least in Gen 2, so I presume also now, that fisherman Wilton, who wants to give you his number,
right,
he will call if there's a remoraid swarm.
Oh, that's here.
And so I'm waiting until he calls me, and then I'll go catch a remoraid, because then it's like a 90% chance, if not 100. And I want a remoraid.
You have had a remoraid / octillery many times.
Yeah, it's just to have a backup.
Yeah.
I'm running the Poliwhirl.
Oh, good. Yeah, how are you enjoying it?
I'm not loving the move set that I have. I think I'm going to need some TMs, but I think once I get Wake Up Slap, which I didn't get still because I need a few more levels,
oh yeah,
then I can evolve it as well.
One of my Pokemon learned Wake Up Slap, but doesn't know any sleep moves. So I was like, why? What's the point of this?
It's still a good move, but I am thinking now that we have access to the move tutors as well.
But where do you get heart scales? I haven't come across a single heart scale.
Oh, I have one.
Really?
I have just one.
I wonder where you can farm them.
I think around Olivine. They're usually on beaches.
Okay. Are they the little heart Pokemon? Love Disc?
Yeah, I think it's implied that they're from, if not explicitly, from Love Discs.
Even though those don't exist yet?
Weren't they Gen 3?
I don't think I've seen one.
Yeah, Gen 3.
In these games. Really?
But they weren't in Gen 2. They're definitely from Love Discs.
Yeah, I think so too. You know what I think, man? I think I'm done with fighting type Pokemon.
Okay.
Everyone's like creaming their jorts over fighting types.
I think they're pretty hit or miss.
They're more miss than hit.
I like them. I usually have one.
They have some whopper moves and like, I don't know, they're good against like certain type of Pokemon, but I feel like they're always sort of the one that lags behind on every team that I have. Like I always go for a fighting type. It feels necessary, you know?
Yeah.
You need a fighting type, you need a psychic type, but they always fail to impress me. So I'm done. I'm done with the entire type.
I think as long as you have a physical heavy hitter, but you could go rock or ground, you could go steel at this point. Like,
right.
I think it's the default for historical reasons of like
right.
a physical heavy hitter.
Well, I'm not interested.
But I don't really think it's true anymore.
Yeah, I'm not interested in them anymore.
But I do like the water fighting combo. I think that will be nice.
Yeah. And he's a cutie.
Because I have a redundancy with fucking Obama Snow being grass, and I already have Meganium, so
right.
I needed to make up for it with like a good combo.
Guess what else I saw when I was roaming through this tall grass, Joshua, on Route 44?
Joshy's Sweetie?
A disgusting Pokemon that made me barf all over myself.
Okay.
Weeping Bell. Welcome back, Weeping Bell. You still suck. You look like trash.
Looks like something that you'd find in one of those crates down in the department store basement.
It looks like a used condom.
Jesus.
With Krusty the Clown hair. The little leaves on either side of the Weeping Bell have always looked like leaves until this gen, and now they so clearly look like Krusty the Clown hair.
Oh, it really does, yeah.
It's just such an ugly little Pokemon. It's like a clown fleshlight.
That's disgusting.
Like, why would you want that on your team, you know? So gross.
You're just trying to get to Victory Bell.
Yuck.
Well,
Yuck.
I saw a Sweetie.
In the grass?
No.
Oh, okay.
From a trainer.
God, I thought you were gonna hit me with...
No, because the other options are like Lickitung.
I know. I thought you were gonna like go for a historically gross Pokemon as your Sweetie. Maybe I even won you over on Tangela. It was where my mind went.
I have not put Tangela into a official Sweetie capacity, but I'm neutral on it these days. Mm-hmm. The sprite's gotten a lot better.
Hey, we're making progress, you know?
Yeah.
We're making progress. That's all I needed to hear.
But I encountered Joshy's Sweetie when I fought Ace Trainer Sybil, who had a Bellossom. Bellossom.
Oh, Bellossom is a cutie.
It does a little dance when it comes out now.
Yeah.
And it learns pedal dance, so it's fun. It's like showing you a little preview of the show.
Yeah. Got a little rose crown. It's got a little flower crown on, like a Tumblr girl in 2011.
Yeah.
Remember when we were all wearing flower crowns?
Yeah, and then Midsommar came out a few years later, and then I guess that was it.
That makes me want to wear a flower crown even harder, you know? I can be the May Queen.
I could see it.
I'm May Queen material.
Definitely.
I don't mind someone to death. Oh, I shouldn't spoil the Midsommar for people who haven't seen it. Never mind. No one's the May Queen. No one to death.
No.
Yeah.
There's none of that. It's a wholesome film.
It's a wholesome film.
You are our May Queen.
Route 44 is pretty brief. You get through it. There's a few trainers here, but then you're in the ice path, which is a puzzle path.
It's cool. It's got great music as well.
Yeah, except you can't make it like 3 fucking steps without a goddamn Swinub attacking you.
Oh my god. And they're all worth like 200 experience.
Yeah, it sucks. It's like, give me a fucking spot to grind.
Or the alternative is a fucking like Zubat.
Yeah.
I just dumped a Super Repel on this whole thing. I mean, once I got my Swinub, of course.
I was tremendously lucky here, because the first Pokemon I encountered while I was wandering through this cave was a Jinx.
That is actually lucky, comparatively, yeah.
Yeah.
I would have taken it.
Yeah, and I'll talk about Jinx a little bit later because she has become a key player on my team.
Oh my god. You're really having this like redemption narrative with like you and Mr. Mime and Jinx.
No, Mr. Mime sucks, and I'm never playing a Mr. Mime again. Too technical. I don't know how to run it.
Okay.
But Jinx is just a fucking straight up ice type, you know? Like,
Well, it's Ice Psychic.
oh, yeah.
It's even better.
And I didn't have an ice type on my team, and I was headed to a dragon gym, so I was like, all right, I'm going to put some fucking work into this Jinx, you know?
That was smart, yeah.
I gotta take down Clair and her little dragon cronies. So yeah, I welcomed Jinx to the team with open arms, and I'll tell you all about her during level check.
All right.
So the other thing is, you and I, last time we played this game in Gen 2, had a little bit of a disagreement about Swinub and whether or not it is a Sweetie or an Ew Make Me Barf Pokemon. I think I elected him for Ew Make Me Barf at the same time that you elected him for Sweetie.
I think that's right, yeah.
People came down on me hard, saying Swinub is not ugly.
They were right.
He is sweet. And I am here to say to you, Josh, and to you, bug catchers, that Swinub is cute in this version of the game.
Yes.
I like Swinub.
Only took a couple of generations for you to come around, but you're on the right side of history now.
It's just a funny little puffball with a little pig nose.
Exactly.
It's very cute.
And it's sleepy all the time.
Yeah. I like, and he does his little animation is like a little bark. He goes like, "Meow, meow." Have you seen that?
Oh yeah. I'm looking at it again right now.
I love him. Look at that little bark.
I think it's good, and honestly, if I didn't have this Abomasnow already, I might have done it, because you can get Mamoswine now.
Oh, right. Mamoswine's kind of ugly. The shiny of Swinub looks like a watermelon. And that's cute, too. That's Harry Styles.
Yeah, the shiny is like cool.
There's two types of puzzles in Ice Path. There's the puzzles where you skate around on ice and try to find your way across to the other side.
Right.
Those ones are fairly easy to get through. Didn't really have any issues there. The second type of puzzle you have to do here is boulder pushing puzzles, which continue to confound me.
Oh, yeah.
And I constantly get stuck. I constantly
wrap your head around this
push the fucking boulders where I can't move them, and you have to go downstairs and reload everything, and all the boulders get put back into where they were. So,
Yikes.
once again, I don't care to admit how long I spent trying to figure out the boulder puzzle in this game. But the only other notable thing that happens in Ice Path is there's a man down here who is standing on the sort of precipice of a cliff, a ledge, and below him is another ledge where a Pokeball overworld item is sitting. And he says to you, "Oh, I dropped that item. Can you go get it?" And you have to like solve a little bit of a nice slidey puzzle.
Oh, I just took it and then I talked to him.
Oh.
Which made it even sadder, because then he was just like, "Oh, that was my HM, but you could have it."
You can have it, yeah.
My shoes are too bad to like go chasing waterfalls. Like,
yeah, two different people, because you also run into a kimono girl down here who's stuck to the ice.
Wait, and how is she not have hypothermia down here?
I know. The kimono's not like a weather rated piece of garb, you know?
And she's wearing her flip-flops.
And she's stuck to the ice.
And she's stuck to the ice.
Yeah, this guy, I don't know I think he just came down here to die. You know, that's why he gives you the waterfall.
Yeah.
He's like, "Leave me alone. This is my special spot where I came to finally shuffle off this mortal coil."
Shouldn't have gone chasing waterfalls.
Once you pick up waterfalls, that's it, baby. You got all the HMs.
Finally.
We're set for HMs. And I got a new HM friend, Krabby.
Oh.
Crab.
I'm running a Tentacruel for that.
Tentacruel's not bad. Krabby knows Whirlpool, Rock Smash, and Strength. Oh no, Krabby knows Cut too.
That's good.
And then my Feraligatr knows Surf. Krabby's kind of a HM hoss. He can learn a lot of moves. HM moves.
R.I.P. Kid Cudi.
Yeah, R.I.P. Kid Cudi. My Krabby's name is Crab.
It is a charity.
Which is the name of a charity. Yeah.
It's like an acronym.
It's an acronym for something, and it's a crab charity. I don't remember exactly what it is, but I don't plan on him dying because I don't plan on him ever being in battle.
Crabs don't need help.
No, crabs are fine. Lots of crabs out there in the world.
Yeah.
That's it. You get through Ice Path. It's fairly straightforward. You're on the other side, and you're in Blackthorn City, and we are here. And there's some to-do here, but they kind of save the to-do for after the gym this time, rather than, like, approaching the gym and Claire's not there, like has happened multiple times in this game alone, let alone the other games we've played. In this one, Clair is there, and you can just go in and start battling with her.
Yeah.
I didn't do that because I had just caught a Jinx that I needed to level significantly before I could go take on Clair. So what I did was I went and leveled significantly.
I see.
So I could take on Clair. Not just Jinx. I did do a significant amount of leveling on Jinx, but I did a significant amount of leveling on another Pokemon I'd like to tell you about, Joshua, in a segment that we call Level Check.
Oh, wow. Interesting placement. Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, we always save it for last for no reason. I think because we forget to do it.
Yeah, and then that's always what adds another, 15 minutes because we forget.
The Jinx I caught in Ice Path. Her name is Met Opera.
Okay.
Plannedgiving.metopera.org. Since 1883, the Metropolitan Opera has been home to the most creative and talented singers, conductors, composers, musicians, stage directors, designers, and visual artists from around the world.
Yeah.
Please consider the Met in your estate planning.
I don't think so. I think the Met is doing just fine.
The Met is doing just
They
fine,
get
and
state subsidies.
They even know it too, because they're just like, we know you're not going to give us money outside of the exorbitant ticket prices that we charge for any of our symposiums or operas or ballets. But when you die, we'll take all your money.
We'll just take all you got.
What are you going to do with it?
What?
You know?
You need that Slowpoke Well poster? No. We'll take that.
If Jinx dies, what I'll do is I'll update my will and just say $10 to the Met when I pass.
Yeah, and then you're doing what they said.
Yeah. She's level 41. I got her from level 25 to level 41.
Okay.
And that was just to take on Clair. I think Claire's highest level was 41 too. I think I went into the gym at 39 or 40.
Yeah.
Everglade Fun for Alligator, level 40. Save a Fox, Ninetales, level 43. 1 Million Lights, Rotom, level 43. 3 Rivers, Sizor, level 42. And Gift of Parent Hood. Gift of Parenthood.
Yeah, I couldn't remember that one either.
Who I fed a leaf stone and turned into an executor and power leveled to level 47.
That's insane. How are you even doing that without losing your mind?
Why did
I don't know.
It learned Psychic at level 47, and I really wanted that in case we battled this week. Which we flipped a coin and came up tails, but we'll have to see. If we have enough time, we might still do it.
Yeah, if we can wrap by like 10.
I don't know. I just fucking ground it out, man.
Well, I'm moving, so I didn't really have time.
Tell me about your levels.
So, Fred Van Vliet, who's been with us since nearly the beginning.
Yeah.
Ampharos, level 39. Rosenkrantz, who had a near-death experience. Meganium, level 39.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get to that. Tolkien, Alakazam, level 39. Wickrackrum, Obama Snow, level 41.
Pretty good.
CJ Craig, Poliwhirl, level 39. And then the new member of the team is Kaladin, and it's that Magmar, and it's level 37. So they both made it onto the team now.
Kaladin, Stormblessed, yeah.
I'm liking it.
Magmar?
I'm liking it so far.
Magmar?
It's got Confuse Ray, Fire Punch, Swagger, and Smokescreen. That's fun.
Will it evolve into that big one with the arm cannons?
Magmortar?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't have time. I think I can already. I have a Magmarizer in Platinum that I can use to evolve it.
Oh, that's what it takes.
I already got it, I think.
Okay.
I will be doing that either way before I go to the Elite Four with this thing.
Yeah.
But its stats are pretty good, liking that moveset, and I got it because you've got a bunch of shit.
What do you mean?
Including this new Jinx that Fire is great against.
Well, let's see.
Jinx, Caesar, and Executor.
Yeah, I guess that's half my team.
Yeah, that's why
is pretty weak against your big fire type boy.
But he's also underleveled, so.
I'm looking at your team. I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty well matched against your team as long as I can avoid those three matching up with your Kaladin.
Yeah, and it also helps that I don't have the Poliwrath yet.
What do you need for Poliwrath? Waterstone?
Just a Waterstone.
Did you hit up Pokathlon at all?
No,
You should just do it.
I have a lot of time these days.
Well, I know, but the items switch out every day, so you want to visit a lot so that you can get a chance at getting that Waterstone because you don't know when it's going to pop up. I guess you can go look at like a guide. They'll probably tell you what days the Waterstone
Well,
drops.
I would have to do that, yeah.
I just went and fucking did it the old-fashioned way, like we used to back when we were 13, Josh. Just went every day and put in the fucking work, you know?
Yeah.
If I got lucky, if I got that metal coat, if I got that leaf stone, if I got that firestone, God bless.
And all of the above, apparently. Yeah.
Yeah, I did have to go back to the Pokemon window quite a bit. I got pretty good at those dang games, too.
No, I'm going to check it out. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to do it for this. I might just import the Waterstone.
That's fair.
But I will do it before the end so I can comment on it.
So those are the teams we were bringing into Blackthorn Gym. But first, Joshua, Blackthorn City is home to some interesting sights and sounds.
Yeah.
There's an old woman who wants something from you and will give you something in return, but I couldn't quite figure out what that was.
Yeah, she keeps saying, if your Pokemon works a little harder, then she'll give me something nice. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What do you mean works harder?
I didn't ever make sense of that. The move tutor is here, but he takes heart scales, which I have not found any of yet.
Well, what I thought was funny in this one, they put all the types of move tutors in one house.
Yeah.
Instead of like having to go to multiple towns and shit, they just shoved them all in there, and it's like the move deleter.
The move deleter's in there, yeah.
Ultimate move tutor, so that's like their best move for the starters.
Yep.
And Grandma Wilma,
Yep.
who I couldn't figure out, but now that I'm on the wiki, I can see is if she's shown a dragon Pokemon that's happy with its trainer, she'll teach it the ultimate dragon type. Draco.
I don't
Meteor.
have a fucking dragon type Pokemon. Well, I do now, but I didn't at that point.
Right.
I didn't do Hydro Cannon. I'm just not interested in it.
No, I didn't do Frenzy Plant. Petal Dance is far more useful.
Yeah.
Because it has 20 PP.
Yeah. Hydro Cannon only has 5. I don't think its accuracy is even very good. Oh, it's 90, but still. God, 150 power is not bad. But I don't know. I just feel like Surf is better. It's got tons of PP.
I'm a big Surf guy.
Yeah.
Like, I always run Surf. I don't even debate it.
That's Blackthorn City, and then we go to the gym, and the gym layout is, I guess, pretty interesting. It's a lava pit.
This was a puzzle.
It's got to be hot in there.
I don't know how any of these trainers or Clair lives in there.
The guy who's at the front of the gym, every gym, portly gentleman with the glasses.
Gym guy.
Usually you have to approach him and talk to him. This time he won't let you go by without telling you about the gym.
Right.
And I think it's because he wants you to ball your follower Pokemon so that they don't accidentally fall into the lava.
Yeah, that's it.
Speaking of follower Pokemon, you know what's a pretty haunting sight?
What?
Walking around with a Jinx following you.
Oh, I wouldn't want to see that.
It's like the Babadook or something.
Yeah.
Her like big eyes are just sort of like floating just behind your head.
She's
And
just like,
she's like
wailing.
taller than your character. It's very upsetting. She's just kind of hovering behind
Plus
you.
yours is like this like opera singer on top of it.
Yeah.
That's really scary.
So yeah, you go in, it's a big fire pit, and there's moving platforms that you control. So you can push them left or right, and then there's a center button that will pivot them so that like you can go up and down as well. And then there are little spiked walls, and your job is to sort of Tetris style navigate this little block
Navigate this river Styx.
to get across all the platforms.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the entire way, there's trainers. They all have dragon types, except fucking, like, I was like, I'm well equipped for this. I've got Jinx. She's super strong. And then half of them have just, like, fucking Seadras.
Horsies even.
I was fine, but the fucking Seadras and the Horsies, like, did not make my life easy. I thought it was just going to be all dragons.
I think it's because it's like description.
Yeah.
It's like a dragon Pokemon. And it's because it's apparently based on a reference to the Japanese word for seahorse,
Which is what, Sea Dragon?
Tatsu no Atoshigo, which is dragon's child. And it's derived from the myth that a seahorse that lives for a century will transform into a dragon.
Okay.
That's cool. That's a fun facty.
Isn't that the same thing as the Magikarp? Turning into a...
I think they have to
Gyarados?
jump through, they have to jump over a waterfall, I think.
Okay. So Kingdra is dual type water dragon.
Kingdra was a nightmare.
But Seadra and Horsey are just pure water type, which is a fucking pain in the ass. Because I think they knew dark moves, which is why it wasn't easy to bring in my plant type Pokemon Executor. Because they just kept like biting him or crunching him or something.
Oh, yeah.
It sucked. It was not easy.
I had trouble with that Kingdra, with Clair's Kingdra specifically.
Yeah.
I was going into the battle semi-cocky because the trainers that just have like Dragonairs, I just used Abomasnow and I just ice sharded them and it would usually kill them in one hit.
Right.
And so I was like, oh, great. I know that Claire's got those two Dragonairs and I'll just use them against them. Gyarados was no problem because I have Ampharos and that was just one hit KO with Discharge.
Yep.
But then the first Dragonair I encountered with the Abomasnow used Fire Blast on him immediately. And it took him down to 11 hit points.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, so that's not going to work.
I was completely caught off guard by that Fire Blast.
Yeah, I ended up just fucking like using Poliwhirl actually for one of them and like body slamming them.
One of the other ones also has Thunder Wave.
Oh, they both have Thunder Wave.
Where are you picking this shit up? You playing the slots over there, Claire? Is that what's going on?
Well, she's got that Lance family Dragon Tamer money.
Are they family?
I think they're like cousins.
Oh, okay. It's a cool gym. Dragon type is cool. I wish there were more of them. Why didn't any of them have Dragonite?
I think because Dragonite is like Lance's thing. But yeah, I mean, they had more dragons than this, and they still just didn't do it.
At this stage, what are our dragon options at this point? It's not that many, right?
I guess not here.
Let me see. Let me go to the list of dragon type Pokemon.
Yeah, in Gen 4, it's not super robust. While you're doing that, I'll also say the Kingdra almost killed my Meganium as well.
Oh, wow.
Because I was just like pedal dancing on it, and then on its second move, which was then my second pedal dance, it used Hyper Beam. And it almost killed it. I think it was, again, like 8 hit points or some shit.
Yeah.
And fortunately, my pedal dance ended at 2, because if it was 3, I would have lost Meganium. And then I just swapped in Ampharos again and did 1 discharge.
Okay.
While it was recharging, it killed it.
Listen to this. Dratini, Dragonair, Bagon, Shelgon.
Oh yeah, but why are we seeing no Bagons?
That's pure dragon type. Dragonite, Altaria, Salamence, Latias, and Latios. And Rayquaza.
I mean,
Gibble, Gabite, Garchomp.
like technically, because this is still the world of Gen 2, even though you can get
Kingdra.
these Pokemon imported, at this stage in the game, they don't know about
Flygon.
like Salamence and Bagon and all this, and
Right.
Flygon, yeah.
So there's not a ton of dragon type
Because
Pokemon.
those are like from, Hoenn,
Right,
technically.
right.
Yeah.
So I guess there will eventually be a ton of dragon type Pokemon. Look at this one. Jesus Christ. Eternatus.
Oh, yeah.
What the hell is that? It's scaring me. I beat her. I beat Claire.
Yeah, I beat her.
No losses. Rotom got very close to dying again.
Yeah.
I think like 2 hit points. Can you double resurrected zombie?
No.
Okay. I gotta be careful with him, I guess.
Technically already pushing it with the ghost thing, so.
Yeah. Claire will not give you your badge that you earned from her, though. She runs off like a little baby and says, "Meet me in Dragon's Den if you want your badge." Is that the Dragon's Den theme song?
Yeah, I love the Dragon's Den music. Oh, and I loved its little title card too, with the
Oh yeah.
little Dratini.
There's a little Dratini. There's like a little shrine in the middle of the underground cave lake in the cover art. It's cool. Looks good.
Yeah, they did a huge upgrade. Like, it felt really tacked on in Gen 2, but like they did it up this time. There's like a unique tile set that's like mossy and dark and shit.
I remember you didn't do much in Gen 2, but this one's pretty robust. There's trainers in here. There's wild Pokemon. I caught a Dratini.
I caught a Dratini, yeah. Fortunately.
It looks good.
Yeah, you still do the thing where you have to make it out to the shrine and then you answer a few questions about like your worth as a trainer
Yeah.
from some old sages. And then they give you a
Kiss. And that's the game this week. Anything else you want to talk about? Maybe, do I want to run this fucking Dratini? Huh. I don't want to power level another fucking Pokemon from level 25 to goddamn level 55.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do it either.
I just did that.
It apparently in Pokemon Crystal, Heart Gold, and Soul Silver, it's possible to obtain a Dratini with extreme speed, a move it cannot normally learn, if you answer all the questions given by the master in the Dragon Shrine correctly.
A wild Dratini with extreme speed?
No, he gives you one as a gift.
Well, that's scripted. We can't do that.
Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to, but that's just interesting. I didn't know that.
That is interesting.
I don't know if you can answer questions wrong, but I guess I did neutral, because I didn't get anything.
All right, bug catchers, I think that is going to do it for us this evening. We considered battling, but as stated before, Josh does have to move by himself because his husband abandoned him.
Right.
So he's got a lot of work to do to pack and move this weekend and edit a podcast because I won't do it. I won't dirty my hands with podcast editing.
Yeah, you can't deign to do that, But now you don't get to battle because of that, so.
I don't get to own you because look at my fucking levels
Although
compared to
maybe-
yours.
If we don't have to record it, maybe we could do it. We could throw one in, but
All right, bug catchers, we will catch you next time on our way to the Kanto region to take on the Elite Four, including our old friend Lance.
we will be doing the Elite Four episode with our friend of the pod, Alex, who is the host of Gotta Snatch 'Em All, which I appeared on, and Fanula, and Tony.
Yep, and not Tanner.
Tanner's not really part of the community, so
I support the community.
yeah, you're an ally. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's what we've been saying.
Yeah.
But next week we might have a bonus episode.
Yeah, because Josh is moving.
Because I don't know that it's going to be possible to record for me next week.
It's going to be a wild card next week.
You'll get something.
You'll get something, and it might be something you want. It might be something you don't want, but you're going to fucking get it, and you're going to like it. We'll see you then, bug catchers. In the meantime, I have been Tanner, a.k.a. Tanner Greenring, and I am joined, as always, by my co-host, C. Josh, a.k.a. Joshua Fjellstead. Please do rate and review the show on Apple Podcasts and follow it everywhere you follow podcast, Stitcher, Spotify, Overcast, all those places.
And give us a follow on social media at Twitter, at EXPSharePod, and Instagram, at EXPSharePod. Go to the subreddit, reddit.com/r/bugcatchers. Buy some dang merch.
Buy the dang merch. It all looks great.
We got it all live. We've bypassed Nintendo's Eye of Sauron.
I'm going to be real with you for a second, bug catchers, because I think a lot of you feel the way that I felt, which is...
And it's at expsharemerch.com.
Yes. TeePublic, whom hosts our merch, it's like a print-on-demand place where you can just kind of get the logos printed on anything. And historically, the like Redbubbles of the world and the Cafe Presses of the world, that has meant low quality.
Right.
But I got to tell you, my shirts came last week, and they are great. They're those like beautiful canvas shirts that are so soft and so nice.
It's nice.
The printing is like beautiful. It's never going to come off. They're just really high quality, really nice shirts. And I think anything you want to get this stuff printed on is you're going to be totally happy with. So do not hesitate. Please go buy some shirts. They look great. You're going to look good in them. You're going to have to explain to everyone what You Make Me Barf means.
We got a lot of comments that people thought it was You Make Me Barf, Pokemon of the Week.
Oh, no. Ew.
I thought it was always clear, but...
Ew, these Pokemon make me want to barf.
Yeah, it's funny in the other context that it's you saying it to the Pokemon, which is funny. You make me barf. You!
Yeah. So go buy the shirts, expsharemerch.com. That is it for me, Josh. Goodbye.
I'll smell you later. Maybe really later.